Sorry about that. I guess one of my videos is going to have to be how to take a video. I ran out of storage on my phone. So I'm going to make this a little bit quicker. These pistons, I'm waiting for a tool, and then what I'm going to do is, rather than putting the pistons on the connecting shafts, it's typically done, how I've done it in the past, is you put the piston on, then you put in your connecting, your roll pin, put that in, and then you lower the jug over the top of it. Instead of doing that, I really don't want to get anything down inside my engine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pistons and I'm going to flip them upside down into my jugs, press the rings, slide them inside of there. And then as an assembly, I'm going to put my roll pin in and then put my C-clips in. I think that I have a better chance of controlling ingression, contamination that may fall into my block. I'm going to try it with the back one. Space is pretty limited, see how it goes. I may have to do it the conventional way on the front, who knows. But I'm going to give that a try because I just think it's something to try to keep stuff out of my engine. I wanted to mention real quickly the instructions in the S&S manual says that you have to use an S&S intake manifold. Believe it or not, I still haven't researched the conclusion to that. But they also mention that I can reuse my old flanges when I put it on these heads. Yeah, that's not the case. They don't fit. When you put them on, you have to pull out a grinder and grind a little bit off of one of the edges to make it fit. So I guess technically it does work, but they don't mention that in the manual, so I thought I would mention it to make work a little bit easier. The other thing is the kit, for some reason, which I don't comprehend, doesn't come with your intake gaskets. So if you're going to order this kit, you're going to do it. Make sure that you order your intake gaskets, otherwise you're going to be stuck. I'm at a point now where I've decided to wait for a tool to finish this build, and then I've been doing some research on starting up brand new motors. I have a bike here that I bought brand new, and I went through the break-in period with it. But this is a brand new motor, and Harley's not doing the break-in for me, so there's a lot to it, and I've been doing a lot of research about which lubricants to use. The kit comes with a pretty good assembly lube. I've got some Royal Purple oil that I'm using. I've decided to run conventional for the first probably 500,000 miles, get some good wear, and then switch back to synthetics. I love the AMSOIL in all three boxes, but for the break-in period, I'm going to use conventional oils, and I'm going to change real frequently because oil is cheap. In the manual it says that you can go 50 miles, change your oil, and then go 1,000 miles and change your oil. Yeah, oil's too cheap. I think I'm going to do it a little bit more frequently, and I'm going to take my time, let the piston rings wear in. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm going to be gone for a couple of days, and I don't want steel on steel. I don't want those rings seating. I just decided to take my time. I really don't want to get this assembled until I've got the time for the break-in, where you've got to start it every once in a while and shut it down, let it cool, start it up, let it cool. I mean, it's a big, long process. So what I've decided to do is just kind of hold off before I go any further putting anything together. And I've got everything, you probably can't see it, but I've got everything coated with oil. I'm letting that metal, the pores that's in the metal, kind of soak some of that oil up. So when I do go to assemble it, I've got a really well lubricated engine. The other thing is that the manual says go ahead, start this up and let it run for a minute, shut it off, let it cool, start it up. I've decided that I'm kind of writing my own procedure. I'm going to pull the plugs out and I'm just going to turn the motor over a few times. I really want to get oil circulated. I've pulled this whole thing apart. That cam plant is completely empty from oil. All my oil passages are dry. I really want to get oil circulated before I put those plugs in and let this thing fire off. But anyways, I hope that this video has been helpful. Rich, I hope I answered your questions. No, you can't bring your bike over here because I'm not doing it for you. But cheers. Everybody ride safe. Bye.